What's up, everybody? Michael Gardiner here, founder of dfymeetings.com, your choice for done-for-you prospecting. Now, in today's video, I want to go over the number one reason you can't charge more. And done-for-you meetings has been just going up in price consistently over the last 2 years. Obviously, we're getting a great ROI for our clients, but we're also charging more. So how is it that we're doing this? And in today's video, we're going to break down the number one reason. There could be multiple reasons, but I think for a lot of people, this is the number one. We're also going to go through a little exercise to see how you can charge more and how your competitors are charging more.
Drop it.
So here's the number one reason. The companies you're working with are too small. Now, sounds simple. It is. Let's look at an example. So let's take my case. You run a B2B lead generation agency. You're getting leads for B2B companies, marketing agencies, consultants, accounting firms, just any B2B service. You charge $5,000 a month for LinkedIn lead generation. Let's say I do cold email. Let's use LinkedIn lead generation. On average, you get your clients 10 qualified calls per month. So let's break down two scenarios here. I'll actually zoom in for this. Scenario one, your client is a smaller agency doing $3,000 a month. They charge $3,000 a month for their service. Because they have limited social proof, limited case studies, and can't afford the best sales reps because they are smaller, their close rate is only 10%. Their retention is 4 months. So this means that if you are able to get them a client, it's going to be worth $12,000. So, they can definitely see an ROI for service. They can definitely see an ROI. It's not an issue. We have clients like this that see an ROI. However, let's look at another scenario. Scenario B. Your client is a large agency doing over $1 million a month, a lot bigger. And obviously this is proportional as you go up, but let's just big example here. They charge $30,000 a month for their service. Because they have unlimited social proof, these are massive, unlimited case studies, unlimited awards, resources, and can't afford the best reps, the best sales process, and they can chase leads for 3 months and fly them to dinners or whatever, their close rate is 20%. And their retention is 9 months. So looking here, our clients worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So who is going to be easier to get results for? Client A will always be considering if they're breaking even and might give you headaches. Now, you can win with client A, but client B, you get them one client a year, one client every 6 months, one client every 3 months, and you're crushing it. And they're going to make so much more money. They're going to be off your case a lot more because ROI is so clear, and they're going to be easy to work with, and you can charge them a lot more. So you might be thinking, well, how do I close these big companies? It's not that much more difficult. Sometimes it's even easier because it's a less emotional decision for a company doing $100 million a year or $10 million a year, whatever, to pay you a few thousand, but it is for someone where it's like 10, 20% of our total revenue. So I want to do an example here. We're going to go to clutch.co. It's the agency directory. We're going to look at top agencies of an industry. We're going to look at how much they charge, and then we're going to go ahead and look at their case studies and look at the company size of those case studies. And not always, there's always exceptions, but most of the case studies are going to be with big companies. So let's go ahead and do this. So here I have clutch.co. It's just a directory for marketing agencies. Let's take SEO, for example. I'm going to open SEO. Let that load. And now I'm going to look at some people with a lot of reviews. Let's actually filter the United States too, just to avoid agencies that may be outside of the US, because most of my clients and also people watching my videos are going to be based in the US or UK. So let's open Stellar. Again, there are some big agencies that focus on more clients with lower ticket, but I'm looking at ones here where it shows minimum project size. This means they will not even work with you or consider working with you if you're not going to pay them this much. So let's open up a couple here. We'll open one of these 1,000 guys just to see too. Let's see, let's get one more of the big boys. 1,000, 25,000 plus, damn. So let's go ahead and check these out right here. And what we're going to look at is down here in the reviews, you can see the reviews, it's going to say the review or description review, and there's also a project size, like how much did they pay for the project. So UX, UI, web design for wearable technology firm, $200,000 to $1 million is how much they paid for this work. This project, $50,000 to $200,000. This project, $200,000 to $1 million, $200,000 to $1 million, $200,000 to $1 million, $200,000 to $1 million. You get the point. Let's look at some other ones. Stellar. Let's look at some of their projects. 10K to 50K, 50K to 200K. Confidential, that's fine. 10K to 50K. You're getting the idea, I hope. 50K to 200K. Let's see. confidential, 200K to a million, 50K to 200K. Let's look at another one. This is one that has a $1,000 minimum project size. It might be smaller, less than 10,000, 10,000 to 50,000, less than 10, 50 to 200, 100 to 50. You get the idea. They're charging significantly more for maybe the same work you're doing, like lead gen for real estate. Like I know people sell this for like $750 a month. Like what if you charged $5,000 a month, $10,000 to $50,000 project size? That's really big. So the next thing that I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and go to the websites. I'm going to look at the ones that have case studies listed. I'm going to resume recording when I found them, and we're going to check on LinkedIn to see how large the companies they are working with. Because they're charging this much, they're probably working at big companies who are also charging a lot, so the ROI is justified. So here, just so you can see the process, I have their websites open, and they have case studies, just like everyone does. This one specific law firms, this one has a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to open up a couple of these sites just by random, and we're going to see what size they are. Now, some might be smaller, some might be larger, but on average, it'd be much larger companies than the ones you're probably approaching. Okay, so I've opened up the people who are on case studies and just searched them on LinkedIn. Now, not all of these will be huge, but you'll look and see the majority of them are definitely not small, and a lot of them are huge. So this is a listed case studies with people who are charging tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. First one, Zeno Group, 880 employees on LinkedIn. This is just on LinkedIn. It's actually probably a little bit larger because normally LinkedIn shows less than it actually is. Like my LinkedIn shows 3, we have like 18. So you get the idea. Dolman Law Group, 26 employees, 26 attorneys is a pretty big company. Griffith Foods, 2,123. Wesley College, 1,000 plus employees. Microsoft, you can guess 200,000 plus employees. Does Microsoft care about paying 10K a month if they can make a return? No. America's Tax Office, 29 employees. CBC Settlement Funding, the smallest one out of the ones I opened, 12 employees when I looked them up on ZoomInfo, and the revenue is $5 million. So I hope you can see here that larger companies might be a little bit harder to get as clients, but they're generally not that as hard as you think. But you can just charge so much more money because they have the funds. It's not emotional. You're not really working with the owner. It's an employee. You're not spending their own money. And generally, they're going to have a higher ticket service to sell or product, whatever it might be. To clarify, a higher ticket in B2B if you're selling B2B. But even if you're selling it to e-com, working with someone who does $50 million a year, it's going to be easier to sell a retainer than somebody who does $500 or selling a high ticket retainer because they're not going to have any money for it. So what is the conclusion here? There's nothing wrong with working with smaller companies. For some business models, it makes a lot of sense. Even us, most of our clients are under $1 million still. We still get them great results, but we're starting to get clients that are bigger. Our last client we signed on does $20 million a year, and their customer value is huge. It's like $20,000 a month. So really easy to get them results. So you will always be able to justify your returns, assuming you can actually get them with somebody who charges more. So try targeting larger companies. And if you want to see exactly how we're getting these meetings with big companies, check out b2boutbound.io. It's a training program I want with my partner, Felipe, who's been great for trainings there. And if you want to learn from us, that's the best place. Or if you want someone to do the outreach for you, dfymeetings.com. We do fully managed cold email campaigns. I hope this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, a like is always appreciated. And make sure to subscribe because I upload videos on a normally once, twice a week basis. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And I will see you in the next video.